Well, g'day fishers, welcome back to another weekly fishing report, winter fishing report. Winter solstice this week, which means we're on the other side of winter. Things are looking up, maybe, who knows. But anyway, this weekend's looking a little bit patchy with the weather. Nor'westers this weekend, so looking at the forecast, I think Saturday's going to be a little bit blowy. Sunday marginally better, but the wind by the forecast is coming out of the nor'west. So which means we're going to have a little bit better temperatures rather than those 16 degree days. I think it's going to be sort of 19. They're saying Sunday 22 degrees, so not bad to get out for a fish. However, like I said, those nor'westerlies, they're still going to blow 20 knots on Saturday. I think they're backing down maybe 10 to 15 knots on Sunday. So where does that leave us fishing this weekend? We can still fish the bay in a nor'wester, but it does limit you in a boat, that's for sure. However, if you get up early or late in the afternoon, that wind should die off and fish those breakwalls around the Anchorage and Nelson Bay there. The reason I say that, there's been some nice bream there. Nelson Bay breakwall especially, there's been the luderick in both breakwalls, but interestingly enough, there's been some really nice fish being caught, such as some mulloway. Haven't been big fish, but there's been plenty of them. Young Jay's been nailing them on soft plastics. I sent a customer down this week. He was from out of the area. We set him up with a combo. He nailed some fish up to 60, 70 centimetres, which he released, all on soft plastics. So the breakwall at Nelson Bay is fishing particularly well if you're keen on doing that. You can also fish the inside for bream there and get out of the wind. Young KO's been fishing for trevally down there, nailing some really, really nice silver trevally. So the land-based spots this weekend, I think, will be the go inside the estuary. Now, the beaches and the rocks will be the places to be, I reckon. I don't think the swell's going to be too big this weekend. So the beaches, it's going to be an early morning, late afternoon affair, I think, because obviously you're not going to have that cover with that swell. But in saying that, there has been plenty of salmon, plenty of tail around virtually on all the beaches. I know at Fingal, there's been some cracking tail of this caught this week, I should say, over a kilo. So definitely worth a shot at doing that. Plenty of salmon starting to turn up. Obviously, that water temperature is starting to fall, which means the salmon start to come around for the winter months, which are good fun. Don't get me wrong, fantastic fishing for the salmon, especially, like I said, when that westerly blows. Down at Samurai would be nice in a nor'wester, even tucking up in the corner of Middle Rock there on the 1 mile side would be worth a shot. And there are bream around those rocks there as well. Barubie in a nor'wester is not too bad, especially on the northern end there if you can give that a crack. On the rocks, well, the lack of swell means the water is very, very clear. However, in saying that, it'd be worth a shot for a few luderick off the rocks. There are plenty of luderick. And if you fish really light-weighted baits and lighter leaders, you will find there'll be a few bream around in the washes as well. It'd be definitely worth spinning off the rocks. Like I said, salmon and tail is still about, and you've still got that chance of a long season longtail. I know some lads that have caught 1 or 2 during the week, but they've put the effort in there to catch a longtail. So there's still time if you're keen on doing that, but you've got to put the hours in to do that as well. This time of year is not bad to chase winter kings as well. I know down on the breakwall, there's been a big one hunting around. He's been in and out, but won't eat a bait. So if you're keen on doing that, you can try your frustrations on a big king down the breakwall. Now on the offshore scene, some really good fish caught during the week. Some really good snapper around. Even though the water is clear, there have been some really nice fish about. I know some fellas that fished after dark, got a burley trail going, got some really nice fish in the shallows, but the burley was the key. Big baits, big unweighted baits did the trick. Out in that deeper water, be definitely snapper there. And there's still a few trag around, which is good to see as well. Also spoke to Tony, he fished out in 80 metres, got a couple of nice pearlies as well. And Ted fished out in that deeper water as well and got another nice mulloway. So, but this weekend, I think the options are going to be limited the further you go offshore. Maybe Sunday if you check the forecast out, but it'll be a little bit of checking that weather. Further afield, yes, there were yellowfin last weekend. Like I reported, there were yellowfin tuna, but they were a little bit sporadic. Some crews found them, some didn't. Young Jack Hammond, he threw a stick bait, managed a nice fish on a stick bait. Spoke to Brent Harding, he fished and caught 3 fish, one about 50 kilos. Just trying some skirts and some hard body lures. So the yellowfin, like I said, been a little bit sporadic. I know guys that went out on Thursday, didn't find them, but then I know that there was fish caught further north. So got to really look at that altimetry, really look at the zero line, and really look at a temperature break. And it doesn't have to be much of a temperature break. It can be just half a degree, and that's where the bait will sit, and that's where the yellowfin will be. Also look for the gannets as well. If you see those gannets diving in, there's a bait ball there. Yellowfin won't be too far away. Anyway, so that's our fishing report for this week. As we advertised earlier in the week, we have a talk night up at the Game Fishing Club at Shoal Bay. It's our Tuna Champions talk night. We've got India Thompson coming up to do that talk. It should be a fantastic night. So that is happening on Monday, the 3rd of July, 6 p.m. at the Game Fish Club. So if you're keen on your tuna fishing, definitely get along to this talk. It's going to be an absolute ripper. We're going to have some specials there as well from the shop. So all things tuna. So there you go. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Get out there and have a fish. Also some big news next week. Stay tuned. Thank you.